We're back to see out this month, Dan.
It's a good one.
It's the big finale for you.
It is the big finale for me. And I'm kind of a bit sad in a way because I'm losing my reign of power.
Yeah. I mean, it's going to revert back to normality come next month.
How come you get 11 months and I get 1?
Well, we are going to change that next.
I
next
don't know.
year.
You're the one doing it.
Hey, leave it in my hands, Dan. I'm going to sort us out a good.
I'm dreading
set
it
for next year.
I'm absolutely dreading it
It's going to be
because
fun.
I don't trust you.
No, do you know what?
I never have.
I'm actually going to decide the themes by our next review for next year.
Oh.
Very early.
Oh.
Which gives us a lot of time to prepare. So that's the main thing. But talking about being prepared, I'm not prepared for what you're about to talk about tonight. So
Well, neither am I. You see, the review I should have written, I haven't.
it's fine. It's off the cuff.
That's because I've been so distracted by Cineworld's outage.
Yep.
No, not really. I couldn't have cared less. So here's where we're going today. Now, this is a film, and again, so many people are just on me, like, it's going to be another animation. It's Dan, of course it's going to be an animation. But I like to disappoint my fans. I'm not like you.
Right.
You
right.
love your fans, and you're so nice and respectful to them. I like to disappoint them. I like to make sure they switch heroes to someone you can actually put your trust and faith in. Does that sound like me to you?
Yeah. You're the anti-hero. I'm just the hero.
I'm certainly the villain of the piece.
Yep. I'm Superman. You're Lex Luthor. You have no idea what that means.
No, not a clue.
No.
So,
He is bald, so.
Keep talking, or your shovels await you.
Yeah, please.
So, here is where we are today. Now, this particular film is one that I think you've seen. I personally prefer the sequel, but you could pretty much say that about every film I've ever seen, ever.
Pretty much,
apart from Cars. So, the film we're talking about today...
To see out Just Dan June.
It's Disney Pixar's Cars! No, it's not really.
You almost had me.
Instead, this one... and get ready, ladies and gents, for the Sean Bean reference. It's Stuart Little.
Huh, okay. Stuart
Look how
Little.
pleasantly surprised he is. Like, oh, it's not shit. Oh, good.
I did have my suspicions because you literally had it on when I entered the building. So.
I should have turned that off, but I didn't. So
yeah.
You caught me trying to get a refresher. But alas, I'm refreshing on the wrong film because what you walked in on was Stuart Little 2. Which I do prefer. But today, of course, we're talking about Stuart Little 1 because I don't think you've seen number 2, have you?
Oh, I have.
Oh, you have?
Yeah. I actually preferred number 2 as well.
I did prefer... Sod it. Let's add a 2 on there. Cheeky little 2.
You've already named this video.
Yes, I have. Okay. So, Stuart Little 1.
1.
So, it, of course... Now... There are those among us, who, like me included, wondering why a couple that already have a child are going down the adoption process. Now, since I have asked this question out loud, I have been inundated with people putting me right.
Is this when we find out George is a test tube baby?
Well, we never found that out. But basically, there are some who maybe struggled with the first baby or maybe had a series of miscarriages. There could be a number of different reasons why couples choose to adopt. And another reason is they might just want to be good citizens.
Yeah.
Why make another when we can get another that's already in existence? Which is a similar attitude people have when adopting pets, cats and dogs and things like that. So, absolutely, now that I can see that point of view, it makes absolute sense.
Yeah.
However, there are memes that exist online that pretty much back up my theory on the fact that we're going to go down the adoption process, we'll take the rat. First of all, that meme is incorrect. It's a mouse.
Yeah.
And the second of all, so brutal, but it's a lovely film, very, very heartfelt, and Tommy sat there currently calculating the Sean Bean reference, because as per every film we've reviewed this month, in the opening, apart from National Treasure, the opening scenes of this movie, if you look really, really closely off the screen, there's Sean Bean dying.
Very true.
Every film. He's in every film. He's probably the only person in history to be in every film. So there you go.
I think I have the connection in my head.
It's an easy one. You should have it.
Is it? Oh, yes. Yeah, it is pretty easy, actually. I found another avenue.
Okay. Well, we'll get to that in a minute.
No, can I say it now before I forget?
Go on.
Okay, so Gina Davis plays Stuart Little's mum.
Yes.
Gina Davis was in The Fly with Jeff Goldblum.
Yes.
Which was which was scored by Howard Shore.
Right.
Howard Shore scored the Lord of the Rings trilogy. Sean Bean
I like how you've
is
made
in
it.
that.
I like how you've made it linked to Lord of the Rings first. I love how you've done that.
Of course. Yeah, yeah.
I love how you've done that.
I naturally
Well, anyway.
never disappoint. But yeah, I had to get that out of the way
You did
before
well.
I forgot.
You did well. You did well.
And it was shorter than The Connection last week.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It was
Yeah.
a lot easier. So, of course, this film is a great little family number. One that I owned on VHS. I'm sure you did too.
I did.
I also own the second one on a VHS as well. Now, the first one, obviously, you set the foundations and you get to learn the characters, right?
I recall seeing both of them at the cinema, to be fair.
Oh, I didn't. So the thing is with this film, right? So obviously it's very much there's a lot of hate in the room. So George obviously comes to really, I'd say, respect Stuart. You know, really, you go from is this a joke? What the hell?
Yeah.
To then all of a sudden, right? Having that really, when it matters the most, that's what I love about it. When it matters the most, that passion, that love, you know, the boat race scene.
Yeah.
You know, that
I was
kid
that
on
that,
the other.
I
I
always-
wanted to
yeah, I
choke
wanted
him.
to kill that kid.
Oh, I hated that kid
I
so
wanted
much.
to drown that kid.
So did I.
You know.
But unfortunately, laws in the United Kingdom mean we're not allowed to do that. And of course, I need to remind you, of legal reasons, that of course he's an actor. It's fake. It's fine.
The bit that always sticks out to me is the bit when Stuart Little's in the washing machine.
The washing machine
That's-
scene.
that's
Now
a really-
that actually spooked my sister to the point where she just wouldn't watch it no more. And I've come to now realise there's a few washing machine manufacturers that have actually responded to the film and changing their lock mechanisms.
So they
So
open from
that-
the inside.
No, yes, so you can't. No, not so much that, because obviously, you know, you're not. If you really get a mouse in there, they're not really going to be that smart.
No.
But
But
basically-
if a child was to crawl in,
Yeah, well, no. What they pointed out in the film is Mrs. Little was able to just pull the door open.
and then all the water goes everywhere.
Yeah. They don't do that no more.
No.
I've tried. The amount of times I tried to add a sock, that one sock that I dropped, and I can't add it.
Yeah.
So frustrating. So that's kind of how it went with that. And obviously you then have that other relationship you've got, because Stuart Little is the only one that can hear Snowbell talking. Now, throughout,
You've hit the
I've hit one of your points.
You've hit the nail on the head right there.
Because my big issue with that, why did Stuart at no point in time ever turn around to the Littles and say, hey, I can communicate with your cat?
With all cats.
Yeah. Why couldn't he do that? And why did he not ever mention, not once in either film, that, there's this gang of cats, you know, that hang out in the park right over the road from where we live that want to kill me? If you are the human parent of a mouse, or even if you're just caring for a pet hamster or something like that, surely you would want to know that piece of information.
I still think Nathan Lane as Snowball is the best.
Absolutely great casting.
The best casting in the whole movie and the second movie.
And again, in the second movie, I just think he's one-liners just go to that next
He's
level.
so
don't
funny. I mean, he's Timon from
You're Timon from Lord of the Rings. I must have missed that bit.
I knew you said that. I knew you said Little Mermaid. He is Timon from The Lion King. So
Yes.
it's
Again, even in The Lion King, he's just got that best segue. What do you want me to do? Put a skirt on and do the hula? Wow! Literally, just cuts to that. It's so funny.
Nathan Lane never disappoints in anything he's in. He's even in a scene in Austin Powers, and it's only for like a minute long,
Nice.
and he nearly steals the whole movie
I
with
tell
that.
you, it's just when you get an actor like that in a film, any film, they add a lot of credit to it. I mean, you got Hugh Laurie in this
Hugh
as
Laurie's
the dad.
great. Yeah,
He's great in this, and the second one, of course.
he's a British icon.
He
really.
is.
A British comedy icon.
Gina Davies, I thought did a great. No, she gets a lot of hate for some reason.
I always quite fancied Gina Davies.
I think
to be
she's
fair.
great.
Yeah, she was a very lovely looking woman.
She's
and,
great,
you know,
and she's great in this film.
Yeah.
Of course, this film you don't have their second biological child,
No,
which
yeah.
you do get in the second film.
Which creates more problems, really, doesn't it? And
It
I
does.
think the only thing that really makes the second film better, you may as well retitle this video as Stuart Little 1 and 2.
Yes, yeah, I can't. They won't let me. But
No.
yeah,
But literally, it really annoys me that like they have one biological kid, then they adopt a mouse, and then they have another biological kid. I'm starting to suspect.
Just let the cat have kittens.
I'm suspecting infidelity in the Stuart Little household, but let's not go into that dark route.
Let's not. But yeah, I mean, obviously, you could argue that what's her name, Molly.
Is that the new kid?
This is what I mean. You don't know the name of the new child. You know that they've had a little girl. You don't know her name.
Yeah.
She's pretty much irrelevant to the entire movie, apart from Mrs. Little carries her in her arms in a few instances.
Yeah.
Oh, no, there is a bit of relevance to the movie. Mrs. Little goes out in the second movie when leaving Margot at home alone
Yeah.
and takes the baby with her in a stroller.
Yeah.
Maybe that added to the story somehow. I don't know.
I'll never forget one thing that I think my brother said to me when we were watching Stuart Little once, or Stuart Little 2 in particular, was was that he was worried about Mrs. Little catching something from all the animals she always kissed.
Oh, yeah.
She always kisses the mouse, she always kisses the bird,
Yeah.
and probably kisses Snowball as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, at some point, something's got to give. To be fair, Stuart Little is a member of the family, and Snowball's the family pet. But what's her name?
Yeah, Margot the bird.
She's a stray.
She's just a stray. Yeah.
That's a bit worrying, isn't it? Just going around kissing stray animals. I mean, it's not very hygienic.
Well, let's go and touch a few points. There are spoilers in this, in case you didn't already know that. So, Stuart Little 1, obviously, you dealt with the kidnap. You dealt with the whole... I love the lady from the adoption centre. She's just like, they just died years ago. I just told you.
That's true.
I just told you this.
Yeah,
I just love that.
I like his fake parents as well. I like the dad. He's like, don't let the bed bugs bite. And I'm serious about those bed bugs.
Keep an eye open. And I love the fact that we got to see him living like a mouse. In a Golf. Driving in that little car. I love that.
Yeah.
That really. As a kid, who didn't want a car, right? I mean, it was a great little addition to that.
Yeah.
And what made me laugh was the fact that the cats wanted Stuart Little specifically. They just had 2 mice there, which were the fake parents working for them.
Yeah.
Rather than eat them, you just get them to recruit a 3rd mouse.
And I like how the cats are treated like a proper mafia gang. The leader.
They're a proper mafia gang.
The leader. The leader really talks like this. He always, he's a proper, he sounds like he stepped out of, Goodfellas or something.
And the thing that got me with this was, I didn't like watching the cats all go into the water at the end. I felt really bad for them. That water must have been pretty damn cold.
Yeah, and dirty.
But another thing as well, right, and it's quite a running gag throughout the films, if you notice. So they go on about the little family, and obviously they're a big family.
Yeah.
I just find that they play on that irony as well, and they do it in such a really good way. And, of course, the police station, the police officer as well, he really brings me a load of Danny DeVito vibes. He does.
Yeah.
He does if you really think about it. But then, they're like, oh, this is the worst case scenario. And then you go, oh, like that. It's just, it's great.
Makes me laugh when he's...
it's a great film.
When he's cupping the little baseball. And he's saying, why don't you go play with Stuart for a little bit, with the baseball. And George asks a very appropriate question: is how the hell am I meant to play baseball with a mouse?
Yeah,
But
that said, that Stuart Little 2, they go and play a football game.
Yeah, and how's that turn out?
I better start wearing a cap.
Yeah,
absolutely fantastic. And of course, the casting. Going back to the casting, the casting of Stuart Little himself.
Yes,
you can't go wrong.
Obviously, Michael J. Fox's health was beginning to decline at that point. Obviously, you're aware, right, that he has...
I was aware. I didn't know it was that early on.
He has Parkinson's.
Wow.
Yeah. And if you see him in an interview now, it's...
Yeah, I've seen him in an interview now, yeah.
But I think it was starting to decline even then, and that's why he chose to do voice acting instead, which is very commendable. And still a way of working.
Great job.
Yeah.
A really, really great job. Let's put it this way. The sequel ended with me wanting more.
And they did do an animated 3rd film, if I recall, but I didn't see that.
Well, it was animated, so I didn't touch it, which sounds very unlike me.
Very unlike you.
But because the other 2 were in A format, it's like if Toy Story 5 was a live action, then, it wouldn't be a Toy Story film, would it?
No, you're right. You're totally right.
You don't just change the format of the film. What if they released a 4th Lord of the Rings movie and it was all animated? Do you know what I mean?
I'd kill somebody.
You'd kill somebody if they released a 4th one, full stop.
Yeah.
But the thing is, right... I don't know what went wrong. Something went wrong, but let's ignore that.
Yeah.
1 and 2, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's do some star ratings.
Okay. Yep.
Number 1, I'm going to rate this 4.
Okay.
I couldn't find many faults with it.
Right. Yeah. Granted, I haven't watched these films in a good 20 years, maybe.
Well,
but
number 2.
Yeah.
I'm going to give it a 5.
Whoa.
Because... for me, again, I've got that nostalgia attachment to it.
Yeah.
It's a great laugh. it's a film that I will reach out to.
Yeah.
I will watch it over and over again and never get bored. In terms of soundtrack score, I think number 2 does trump number 1, just
Yeah.
that ever bit so slightly.
Yeah.
Celine Dion's music on there is absolutely phenomenal.
James Woods is the bad guy, the Falcon. He's great.
Yes, and you had some great bits in there. You know,
Yeah.
near the end of the film, you know, you got Monty going through the bins. Oh, what's a cat got to do to get a decent meal in the city? And in falls the Falcon. Thank
you.
So good. And, you know, it had a lot of heart and soul, and it does bring a tear to your eye at the end of it.
Yeah. That's cool. No, I'm glad you like them.
Music, it's just a feel-good film. That is what I would describe these two films. They are both feel-good films.
Yeah.
And I think number 2 makes you feel better.
Yeah.
It's a happier film.
Yeah.
And there's obviously a lot more going on. I mean, you know, Stuart Little could have died in many parts of that film. You know,
Very
he's
perilous.
very far away from home, and how long he got away with not being at home before something's up. You know, before the gig was up. It just, it's got a lot of thought that I thought went into it, and of course, you know,
so it's a 4 and a 5 for you.
it is. I mean, you're obviously not going to be that high because you're a little picky about who gets the higher stars. But do let me know your thoughts.
Ironically, even though I prefer one to the other, I'd probably give them the same rating. I'd probably, I think I'm going to give them both 2.5 out of 5.
Ooh, harsh.
Yeah, I mean, they don't resonate with me like they do with you.
You need a rewatch, man.
Maybe probably, well, yeah.
I think a rewatch might change your rating.
Well, yeah, I mean, it might boost one of them up to 3, but for now, going off memory, I'll probably go 2.5 out of 5.
Well, not great.
It's not the best way to see out the month, I guess.
But it's not about you. It's about me, isn't
it? And that's fair enough.
You're
fair enough.
irrelevant.
Hey.
I don't even know why you're here.
Hey, you love these movies, and that's what matters, Dan.
Absolutely. So, Tommy, the month is closed.
Yes.
What do you think about my selections? Because in fact, I think every single time you've walked in, you've been so nervous that I'm just going to bring out the Nickelodeon back catalogue. I didn't touch Nickelodeon once.
So to recap, we did Tomb Raider, Cradle of Life.
Yep.
We then did Wallace and Gromit.
Vengeance Most Foul. We did.
Yeah. And then after that, we did... what was the next one? National Treasure.
Of course.
And then we did Toy Story.
We did.
And then we did the Stuart Little duology.
Yep.
Okay. That ain't a bad setup.
That's not a bad little selection.
Hey, look. Toy Story and Wallace and Gromit, Vengeance Most Foul, those films are gems.
See, the animations. When it comes to my selection, it's the animations you
It's
prefer.
the animations that we
That's
meet.
interesting.
It's the animations that we see eye to eye on, Dan.
That was interesting. Yeah, well, because I love my animations, don't I?
Yeah, rightly so.
So naturally, I'm going to pluck them because obviously you watch a lot of live action that's obviously built for people your age.
Yeah.
I don't.
Well, yeah, but that's how we meet in the middle. And, you know, 2 out of 5 ain't bad. You know.
I think you enjoyed more than that. Well, I think when you do see National Treasure...
No, that's true. I haven't seen National Treasure, so I can't judge it.
When you do see it, I think you're going to really enjoy it. I mean...
I probably will.
Did I mention it's got Sean Bean in it?
You did mention it. And Sean Bean is awesome.
Exactly. So, you
know.
know, and spoiler, he doesn't die in that film.
What is this? The Muppets Christmas Carol. Tiny Tim, who did not die.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Thanks for making me be a part of this.
I love how you're mentioning that in this blooming heat.
I know,
way,
it's so
but
it feels
doesn't
so weird.
Feel right.
It feels weird talking about Christmas movies.
And of course, I think I'm not going to tell you anymore, but I think you'll like National Treasure.
Yep, leave it with me. It's on my to-do list.
Actually, leave it with me because I'm making you see it.
Yes.
And of course, for you here on YouTube, you can read all my reviews. I've also done a few more that I haven't reviewed this month. One of them being Paddington in Peru, which was another contender for today.
I haven't seen it myself yet.
I didn't go for it because I didn't want to give it any spoilers. I also didn't actually want to give it the time of day, but you'll have to see it to find out why I feel that way.
Okay.
Unless you want to go on Letterboxd and read the review now, it's up to you. I don't run your life. And of course, Tommy is continuing. Now this I'm not looking forward to. Just Tommy July.
But it should put your mind at rest somewhat because each week is going to be me scratching off a movie off that list.
I can somewhat predict.
Yeah.
Somewhat.
Because
it's written on the blooming wall.
And also, me and my lovely girlfriend Ellie, we rewatched the Shrek movies.
Classics.
We've already watched Shrek 1 and 2 and reviewed Shrek 1 and 2 on here. But I want to talk about Shrek the Third when we get to August.
I like how you didn't mention the fourth.
We haven't watched 4 yet, but we will. So I'll be talking about Shrek the Third and Shrek Forever
So
After.
you've watched Shrek the Third now.
We watched Shrek 1, 2 and 3 so far. I've already written reviews for Shrek 1 and 2, so we can't talk about them, unfortunately, which is a shame, because those two films are fantastic.
But still, Shrek the Third is not bad.
Upon rewatch.
We'll get to that. If you want to borrow Shrek 4, by the way, I've got the quad pack downstairs.
Yeah, do you know? I don't think you have Netflix, do you? They've put 1, 2, and 3 on Netflix, but 4 isn't on it.
That's funny. Well, Channel 4 did the opposite. They put number 4 on, but not the other 3. It's weird. Anyway, we digress. But listen, guys, you can follow us over on Letterboxd. You know how to do that.
Yep, Larkins95, Dan Moore Radio. You know where we're at.
And we're here on YouTube as well. Click the little notification bell so you get the notification when we're on live. When you've got a YouTube account, so you don't have to text your boyfriend and ask him when he's going live early. But you can just hit the notification bell. YouTube will tell you. Get YouTube to do the work.
Very true. Very true.
Anyway, you're going to get in trouble for that, even though you had nothing to do with that comment.
Hey,
That's
no, I
the
won't
way
be
that it
getting in
goes.
no trouble.
It's all right. Next time I see you, I'm sure there's a whole list of things I could be in trouble for. So why have you told him to do this? Why have you sent him to do this? Why do you keep sending him pictures of you? Anyway, right. Have a great rest of your evening, and we will see you this time, same place next week. Ciao.
Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.